Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet X News. It is August 23rd, 2023. Okay folks, I know a lot of you were waiting to hear about the results from my CAT scan and my MRI. Once again, I apologize, my speech is still not up to par. Nothing has changed with the Bell's palsy effects, other than, you know, I could blink my right eye somewhat, and got the wrinkles back in my forehead, which I'm not too happy about, but it's connected to my, my eyebrow and the movement of my face. So real quick, don't want to bore you on this subject, but some things turned out good, some things didn't. As far as the results from the CAT scan and the MRI, they came out, I guess, in one sense, negative. However, they did find some type of solid mass that is in my mid-right jawline, and apparently I'm going to have to undergo some dental surgery, and I do have kind of a supplemental dental insurance plan that's attached to my health insurance, but there is a limit on it. And when I asked about what is this mass that you are seeing, and it's not any kind of a tumor or anything of that nature, so I had to go and see an oral surgeon, and it's not an abscess either. So the oral surgeon took a few x-rays, and it's just, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it is some kind of mass. There is a possibility that that is what caused the Bell's palsy and the pressure on that facial nerve, which actually does run through the lower jaw. Because right now, folks, I cannot feel the right side of my lips, upper and lower. So my top lip and my bottom lip on the right side, it's numb. Feels like I just came from the dentist. I do have two impacted wisdom teeth that are on that side, on the top and on the bottom. However, they are nowhere near that facial nerve. Whatever this mass is, I'm going to have to, I guess, go through a little bit of kind of a dental surgery procedure. However, they're going to have to remove two of my teeth on the bottom, which are right above this mass, because it is literally right on my jawbone. So I could have went and did the biopsy and the whole 9 yards to see what this is. The oral surgeon said that removing these two teeth may alleviate the pressure, and they'll be able to literally see what that is. I would say it's about maybe the size of a nickel, round. They could see it on the MRI, because they did an MRI of my whole entire head. So I can feel it in my jaw. I never noticed it before, and because I shave, I brush my teeth. I mean, I feel my face. I never felt it before, but whatever. Only problem is total cost of all of this crap with the dental. I have a limit. I have a yearly limit on my dental insurance, and it's not going to cover all of it. So, you know, I'm once again in a damn predicament where I'm going to have to come out of pocket for about $2,000 before they will put me on a schedule appointment to have this done. The oral surgeon said won't take long. What's he going to do? You know, cut into my gums, cut into my jawline there, get down to the bone and extract these two teeth. He did recommend that I have the two wisdom teeth, top and bottom, removed while he's there. And I said, okay, whatever. You know, whatever. As long as I can get 100% or close of my speech back, hey man, I'm down with it. I did speak with my employer. I told them what was going on. I asked this oral surgeon if he can give me some type of a medical report that he could possibly email to my employer to try to save my job. Because apparently after the oral surgery is done, he said that I should probably regain the feeling in my face and my speech within 2 weeks. He said also, you know, my mouth is going to be full of stitches on the inside, so you guys might not hear from me as far as a voice video for, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks until my mouth heals up. And I'm hoping and praying to God that whatever that is in my jawline there, and it's kind of it's on the outside of my lower jaw on the bottom. So, you know, again, without going through the whole hassle of biopsies and testing and all this other crap, you know, I elected to just go ahead with the extractions and then see what's going to happen after that. But at least it's not cancerous. It's not any kind of tumor or anything of that nature. The doctor, the oral surgeon, really didn't have too many answers for me. I kind of did not like the guy, but his bedside manner absolutely sucks. You know, and he's kind of older, you know, so I don't know. It seems these doctors, their bedside manner as they get older, they just don't give a shit, you know. But I have to get everything coordinated and, you know, talk to my insurance company, and you know, I'm going to have to, before they even schedule me, I am going to have to come out of pocket with the additional money that my insurance is not going to cover before I could even have this done. And I need to have it done as soon as possible. I can't take this anymore. You know, the constant choking on food, not being able to drink properly, not being able to speak properly, and this constant numbing sensation in my lips and the side of my tongue is just absolutely, completely aggravating. But anyways, besides all of that, you know, I don't have any type of tumor. That mastoid bone behind my ear, the doctor said that it is probably due to irradiating pain caused by the inflammation of that facial nerve. And they're just kind of, in my opinion, shooting in the dark and assuming whatever that nickel-sized mass is underneath my tooth on the lower jawline. And again, they're claiming it's not an abscess. That's a little odd, because normally an abscess, they give you an antibiotic and the abscess goes away. Well, folks, I was on some really heavy antibiotics for 3 weeks for that Lyme disease. So I don't know. You know, I did have some dental work over on that side of my mouth. Oh my God, back in, I think, the year 2000. I had a crown on a lower molar back there. I don't know. But all I know is I got to get this done. I got to get myself back to 100%, because there are so many things happening out there in this world, on this planet. It is just absolutely mind-blowing. I'm going to take you guys real quick over to my Twitter feed, and I want to show you guys a few things that are happening right now on this planet. And some of it, in my view, is a little suspicious. So kick back for a second. Let me get over to Twitter. Okay, folks, here we are on my Twitter feed, and I'm hoping all of you notice that we don't have that static because of that microphone I had. I didn't know that there was a frayed wire on the back of it, so busted out my replacement. Everything sounds pretty good. Real quick, folks, there are so many things going on right now around the world, disastrous things, catastrophic things. Right now over in Greece, there are massive wildfires raging throughout the country. You can see right now on my Twitter feed this video. You see the helicopter trying to dump water on the fire. There are also fires burning in Canada, fires burning in several different locations on this planet, and I just find that very suspicious with all of the nutty climate people, climate change. So in order to make you believe it, this is just my opinion, okay, folks, you can come to your own conclusions, but it's in my opinion, in order to make things more realistic for you to believe them, well, they have to produce what they would call their evidence. So the raging fires, you notice how all of a sudden these fires just started? A few months ago we had the raging fires in Canada. I mean, we suffered here in the Pittsburgh area from the fallout of the smoke for, no, God, I'd say probably about a week. The air quality was absolutely treacherous. It was really, really bad. But anyways, so we got raging fires right now in Greece. Also, this came across my Twitter feed in Turkey, and it started out as a kind of a small type of a forest fire, wildfire, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just became a raging fire. And as you could see, these are homes, so it wasn't like it was in an unpopulated area. Okay, so let's move down. We have on the island of Tenerife. Okay, there were major wildfires burning there the other day. As you can see, the ground is completely scorched already from those fires. And as this cameraman was, I guess, recording and doing a video about the scorched land, out of nowhere, I mean, what is that? It's like a small tornado just coming down out of the sky, and he was able to catch it on video. Again, very, very interesting, kind of suspicious if you ask me. And then in southern Texas yesterday, you had Tropical Storm Harold come onto land, and this is a video shot in Corpus Christi. Now, I was watching some of the video feed and watching this this storm develop and then make landfall. I was watching it on the GOES 16 space satellite. And I'll tell you what, it blew up pretty fast. And just as I said the other day about the Atlantic being calm and no tropical storms or hurricanes, all of a sudden, the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean is now full of tropical depressions, invests, and it's all coming towards the East Coast. I'm going to stay on top of that because it does look like a lot of these storms are going to develop into stronger storms, possibilities of hurricanes. Will some of them hit into the Gulf and the East Coast of the United States? Probably during the rest of this week going into the weekend, and probably some of next week. We will definitely find out, but I'm going to keep track of that. This right now, this is from Weather Nation here on Twitter. If any of you guys are following me on Twitter, if you see this in my feed, Weather Nation, follow them. This is Mount Charleston, Nevada, and this was due to the hurricane tropical storm front that hit the West Coast. I mean, this is Nevada, folks. You know, basically like kind of desert. Well, look out. I mean, look at the raging waters. A lot of damage over on the West Coast and in several different states. And again, you know, weather modification, call it what you want. I think the last storm that hit on the West Coast of the United States like that, I think they said 1932 or something around there. Now, what you're, oh goodness, who had to blow their horn? Who had to blow their horn just as I'm making a recording? My idiot neighbor. Apologize for that, folks. But anyways, what you're looking at here, this mind-blowing video, this is Mecca, Saudi Arabia. They had a massive storm front that blew over them in Mecca that was just catastrophic. We're going to go ahead and I have more video of it. Let me just blow down here a little bit more. Hey, Harley, knock it off. These videos, I don't have them in a specific order. I was going through and picking these out, but this here is back to Turkey. You can see the raging wildfires. So the first video that I showed you, and again, I apologize, they're not in any kind of order on my Twitter feed, but you could see how massive that is, how widespread this fire is. No explanation for it so far on how it started, but it is out of control, and this is probably going to burn for days, maybe weeks. I don't know, because it has just started just yesterday. Going back to Saudi Arabia and this absolutely wild storm front that developed and moved right over top of Mecca. This, I'm going to go ahead and blow this up. This is a lightning bolt that hit the top of, I believe this is some type of a clock tower in Mecca, if I'm not mistaken. It's very, very tall. I do believe they have some type of a, I don't want to call it a lightning rod, but there's a pinnacle to the very top of it. And this lightning storm came through. High winds, torrential downpours of rain, heavy winds. I mean, just look at that. And I mean, these folks over there, they're not used to this type of weather. So it was quite interesting to see this. This video here, just knock that volume off. This is, again, Saudi Arabia, Mecca. And you can see the, it looked like almost like a hurricane that ripped through there, and it lasted for quite a while. The storm front that moved through was not fast. It was slow. So it did cause a lot of damage, a lot of flooding, and as you can see, That was a very large billboard on top of that pole, and it just disintegrated it. Luckily, nobody was killed that might have been parked under there or on that roadway. So again, that was Mecca, Saudi Arabia. This gentleman from AccuWeather, he is talking about Tropical Storm Franklin. It is heading towards Hispaniola. It is probably going to do a lot of damage. It is not a hurricane yet, but it is full of water. It is going to produce some very, very heavy downpours, and they are predicting it to move towards Jamaica and also Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Haiti. There's going to be a lot of widespread damage there. Haiti is not in any condition to handle anything like this. There may be quite a bit of loss of life due to that type of situation. We all know what Haiti is like, and right now that country is completely out of control. We're going to go ahead and move down here. On disaster news, again, a very good Twitter page to follow. This is a volcanic eruption that occurred on the 22nd of August in Peru. It started off with just a few little puffs coming out of the top of the volcano, and then all of a sudden, boom, catastrophic explosion. I'll probably try to get some updates on that. This was the Tropical Storm Harold that moved into South Texas. I'm going to go ahead and click on that so you can see it up close. You can see there was a center of rotation right there, and it just barreled right into Corpus Christi. Large bands of rain. So again, I'll be getting some updates on that. Once again, sorry to go back and forth on the Twitter feed. This is more coming in from the heavy rains and that storm that besieged Saudi Arabia. Let me take care of the volume here so I could talk. You can see how high the water is. That car, the front end of that car is just about floating. I would say what that water is maybe pretty close to knee high. And again, these folks over there in the Middle East, they're not used to any type of rain like this. Maybe a sprinkle here, a sprinkle there, but definitely not tropical type storms that have just occurred. And again, it just came out of nowhere. I found this this photograph, or this piece of video coming out of Boise City, Oklahoma, quite interesting. And this was a time-lapse cloud formation in Oklahoma. I mean, that looks like something out of a movie. It literally looks like CGI, but it wasn't. It was quite real. Luckily, this time-lapse of this cloud formation did not form a tornado, because that is absolutely massive, and if it would have formed into a tornado, we would be talking about disastrous effects. No doubt about it. Again, this is more coming in from Mecca. You can see literally knocking people off their feet, people literally running for their lives. These folks are very religious over there, the Muslim community, we all know that. And especially the biggest holy spot, in Saudi Arabia, Mecca, for this type of disaster to occur out of nowhere probably freaked these people out, and it probably still is. And you can see again, I mean, those look like hurricane force winds coming in to me. If they're able to, literally knock you off your feet, then you can definitely assume that the wind speeds were very, very high, especially with the rain pelting these folks, things flying through the air. I'm surprised that nobody was seriously injured, but so far I checked, no serious injuries to report on that. This was another volcanic eruption, and this is in Indonesia. Okay, now this was on August 21st. So August 21st, we have Indonesia. Massive volcano eruption. Then the very next day, we have Peru. So something's going on, folks. I mean, something is definitely resonating, with this planet. And it's catastrophic. Any way you look at it. It's mind-blowing. Just absolutely mind-blowing. Go ahead and move down here. This was just some aftermath from the tropical storm Hurricane Hillary that blew into the West Coast. This is parts of California, just absolutely inundated with mud, debris. I mean, the flooding, like what they would refer to as a lahar, a flood that comes down from a volcano with all of that massive debris in it. They could be very, very dangerous. They move at very, very rapid speeds, and there is a ton of heavy debris in a lahar. Here we have parts of California that were, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh there, but this guy in this motorhome, he's completely trapped. And this was due to the floods coming in and producing massive amounts of mud. You can see this town full of water, full of mud, and that will probably take months, if not maybe a year, for some of these communities to completely recover and remove the mud and the debris. I'm going to go ahead and move on down here. This is all just some political stuff. I don't know if you guys heard. Let me just stop this right here. I don't know if any of you folks have heard this this gentleman, Oliver Anthony, who has busted onto the scene with a fantastic song called "Rich Men from Richmond." And he's from Virginia, and north of Richmond, Virginia, is Washington, D.C. And he is just a country boy, lives back in the woods, has a guitar, he could sing, very unique voice. He put out this song on his little YouTube channel, and I think in about a week, somebody shared it on Twitter, and it went absolutely viral around the world. And I'm going to cover this in another video, maybe later on today or tomorrow. But 32 million views on his video, and he hit #1 on the country music charts. And people from all walks of life have reviewed this video on YouTube, like as a critic, And I have seen grown men come to tears while they were viewing and listening to this video and this song. But we're going to go ahead and touch that maybe later on today or tomorrow. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a review of the song. I want you folks to listen to it. We're going to read the lyrics, because this man brought it from his heart, and it's taking the world by storm. And I mean the world. I mean people from all different walks of life, every different color, black, white, Hispanic. It doesn't matter. The lyrics of the song are quite amazing, and this guy's a true patriot, and he sang this song, wrote this song from the heart, and it's all truth. And that's what we're about here at Planet X News, uncovering the truth. Oh, look at that. There's old Joe Biden. He made some headwaves there in Hawaii, and he should have stayed the hell away from Hawaii. The majority of the people did not want to see him. Gave a press conference, lied about a lot of things. No help from the federal government for these folks in Hawaii. However, I'm going to end this video now. Well, he fell asleep during this meeting with survivors from the Hawaiian fires. I can't stand the guy. He's destroying our country. What's left of it. But anyways, there were a lot of people on Twitter that were producing some interesting information pertaining to these fires in Maui and why some of these elite, why their properties did not burn. Now, you can call it a conspiracy, you can call it whatever you want. Just watch the ending to this video. I picked out some of the evidence that was being produced and uploaded here on Twitter. I found it very interesting. I'm doing a little homework on it, but I put this little piece together for the end of this video for you guys to check it out. Because now my curiosity is at the highest peak. And I mean the highest. So kick back and watch the ending of this video. And again, folks, I want to thank all of the folks out there that have contributed to Planet X News, you know, financially. I wish I could sit here and thank everybody personally one by one, but this video would probably be about 2 to 3 hours long, and I don't want to bore you anymore. But I do thank each and every one of you. You know, you folks have touched my heart once again. If any of you do want to contribute to Planet X News, the link to the PayPal account is in the description box underneath all of our videos. So watch this little video clip that I put together. You may find this quite interesting. So kick back, check this out. And thank you for watching and supporting Planet X News.
There was something blue they didn't want to burn.
Blue car did not burn in flames. Same as the blue umbrella.
Laser weapon can be programmed for different wavelengths.